All right, it's happening. It's finally happening, and I couldn't be more excited because there's been times where we've been toyed with for years, teased on end, left out to dry, only to find out that the car that we were looking at, because car manufacturers love making these test prototype models, and then they end up never coming out, okay? But there is one brand above all that have continued to cause waves and potential controversy regardless of what's going on in the world, and that is the good old Toyota. Okay, Toyota has been able to provide us with the gift of sports cars for a little bit now, and they've continued to outdo themselves while pushing their conservative boundaries and offering people like us things we may or may not know we deserve until it's already too late. Because guess what? I'm gonna say it. A lot of times as car enthusiasts, we want the world, and we want the world for $12,500 on a brand new platform, and that's just not ever going to happen, okay? P.S. I don't want to tell you how old I was when I found out that their logo is literally the letters of Toyota in one symbol. In fact, I learned it in an English class in 12th grade. I'm Alex Edify on Instagram, and in today's episode of How in the Hell Did They Make That Video So Quickly, we're gonna be talking about the initial reactions to the initial launch. I'm gonna say initial one more time, but finally initially releasing the details of the specs of the 2022 Toyota 86. Hello, I'm Alex. Welcome to Fitment Industries, where we primarily talk about aftermarket wheels, tires, or suspension. Sometimes we talk about new car platforms because it's freaking sweet, all right? And we have a massive gallery on our site at fitmentindustries.com/gallery, where you can see what fits your car. And if you're interested in what you see out there in the World Wide Web, or maybe on our gallery, you can pick up a set from us, which come mounted, balanced, and shipped for free to the lower 48 states. In addition, we finally figured out how to tell you exactly when things will be coming to you, so you can actually see what's in stock, and it comes to you in like 10 days, which is a pretty sick thing, and I like it a lot. It makes it easier for people like you and people like me when it comes down to getting things that you want immediately. By the way, drop a comment below on whether you believe the Toyota GR86 is going to be a hit or a miss, and why, because that's always fun to hear. The 2022 GR86 was unveiled to us a few months ago. With it, we praised the fact that the FRS BRZ platform, which was receiving a much needed update to itself, and then we cried because the one thing people wanted was forced induction, all right? That was the one thing everyone wanted in the World Wide Web. If there's something, it was turbos, okay? We spent a little bit of time explaining why Toyota wasn't going to do this and likely never will, and then we moved back to determining if the new Toyota Supra was worth it or not, because a lot of people love talking about if the Toyota Supra, BMW Supra, is worth it or not. I'm telling you now, the new Supra is totally worth it. It's a great platform. If you're looking to get one, highly recommend. So here we are with the official numbers, now that they finally told us what it's going to be. The 2022 will be coming out with two primary trims at this time, the base and the premium. Both will get powered by a flat 4 engine that makes 24 horsepower than its predecessor. It went from a 2-liter to a 2.4 liter, and it's 24 more horsepower. All right, the 228 horsepower will be able to rev up to about 7,000 RPM and give you 185 foot-pounds of torque. Now, it's not a massive step from the past, but Toyota doesn't really seem to mind that at all. I mean, they actually are actively talking about it. Now, the 28 foot-pounds of torque is also a nice bump, but again, maybe not what people were looking for out of the platform, especially now that we've gotten official reports as to the numbers that will be coming with the car. We'll kind of get back to that a little bit because that seems to be people's bread and butter of complaints on the new platform. Auto and manual options will be available, and enthusiasts don't have to worry since it will be staying in a rear-wheel drive configuration, which was something that people talk about every once in a while. Now, even with the small bump in power, it does shave nearly an entire second off the 0 to 60 time, coming in at 6.1 seconds versus the 7-second previous generation time. That's pretty good. I take it. I take that as a W, okay? There will be 17 and 18-inch wheel options, and the 18s will actually be coming in a forged one-piece wheel option for those fancy track boys and girls that want less weight with their wheels. Michelin officially jumped on board as the premier partner for rubber, and if that's not enough, the smaller details of the GR86 can be found in the smaller details that we are about to discuss right meow. The GR86's focus will be on how rigid it can make itself without adding too much weight, because as you add rigidity, usually you're adding weight. Now, it's gonna be coming with an aluminum roof, aluminum fenders, a lightened seat essentially, and a changed muffler to help keep weight right around 2,800 pounds, which is not less than the previous generation. It's actually right around 50 pounds more than the previous generation, but you're getting 50% more torsional rigidity, which is what everyone talks about when they say the car feels connected to the road. Any single time somebody says that, they're usually talking about the torsional rigidity and good tires, and the fact it just feels like as you turn and move with the car, there's no sort of lag or delay in the feeling between the steering wheel and the car doing something. They finally decided to confirm that the interior will also be going digital with a new display cluster, an updated radio that connects to your Apple or Android, which, okay, and some optional upsells both in the leather and Alcantara things. If you want to get that, it's going to be more of the higher end options and going to cost more money. You'll get some more safety options because Toyota is Toyota, a slew of driving assists that will keep your insurance rates down and your parents happy, and even this like Subaru EyeSight thing, which is nothing more than a fancy system that helps reduce rear end crashes and it helps brake for you, and it's all that typical fancy stuff. In a sports car, it's a little interesting to have, but hey, not too bad. Is it enough for the platform though? A lot of times when people look at this new platform, they're really trying to decide if it's better than the old. Now the front end looks good, albeit it does look a little Alfa Romeo and Corvette. The side skirts get aggressive, but then soft towards the rear arches that I think will take some time to get used to, at least for me to get used to. And personally, I like what they did with the front venting, if it's functional, but I would love to have seen more aggressiveness on the rear arches, specifically with venting or cuts or something like that. The rear end also looks very sedan-y, like something where a teardrop trunk from the rear glass would have been given it a little bit more of a slicker shape. It looks like somebody accidentally just like bumped up the design and like smeared up the taillights a little bit, and the designers thought it was an SUV and they're like, well, let's do it 5, so let's just send it as it is. I'm not hating on it, it's just personal opinion, okay? And opinions are like buttholes and we all know where the analogy is going. But regardless on whether I like the design or not, I am stoked to have Toyota bringing this car back with some much needed updates, because this is a car that everyone will love. If they don't love it, they're going to respect it because it yet again gives people the opportunity to modify something that's new and doesn't cost $50,000. Sure, it doesn't have the force induction, but that's not the purpose. The car is coming with a tech update, a frame update, another healthy platform that we're likely gonna blow up into smithereens. There's probably gonna be issues with the motor, but it doesn't really matter because it's gonna look new. It's gonna be new and cheap and affordable and easy to access. It's gonna be awesome, okay? The wheels look sick as f, and the brakes are a healthy bump in size. The interior looks sharp. Gazoo Racing is no slouch when it comes to creating a car that people will enjoy, even if we don't even know it yet. I have faith in Gazoo Racing. I have faith in the RSGR. I have faith in these guys. After all, Gazoo Racing are the same ones bringing us the GR Yaris, okay? Which I want, half the hot catch community would die for, and the GR Supra is a nice bump on the standard Supra platform. So I have to trust that the people that are making millions know what they're doing specifically with this. The focus for Gazoo on this 86 is to focus on the driving experience around a track, not really anything else. And the nice bump on the 2.4 liter from the 2 liter is likely gonna help the driver get a better experience with a wider range of RPMs without losing steam anywhere along the way. If you've driven a predecessor of this car, you know that in some places on that RPM band, it feels just a little funky. It's just not all the way there, and they hope to fix that. The price point is estimated to be around $27,000 to $29,000, which for a fun sports car for over 200 horsepower, I really don't think is that bad. A lot of times when we look at enthusiasts looking to this platform specifically and looking at the numbers, looking at the speed, and trying to compare apples to apples, not everybody sees the value in a new GR86. Not everybody feels like it's gonna be a great, successful car. But I don't think people are looking at this car with the right set of eyes. A lot of people are trying to compare it to a Toyota Supra. They're trying to compare it to a 400Z that's not even out yet. They're trying to compare it to an M car or an RS car or some sort of higher end Euro sports car. And that's not what it is. The GR86 is gonna come in as an entry-level sports car that anyone is gonna be able to pick up and have fun with. The goal is to give it a platform that you can run around the track and have fun. That's not a Miata or a 20-year-old S2000. It's a brand new car with safety features and nice creature comforts and cruise control and a touchscreen. Maybe not a touchscreen, but it's gonna come with an LCD screen, which is a nice bump. It's gonna be like 2015 all over again. And for the price point of what they're trying to bring it in at, Toyota, I think, is gonna hit a really healthy market. It's gonna give them an opportunity for the people that wanted to jump to a Toyota Supra, but didn't really want to pay $1,000 a month in some sort of car payment. And overall, I think it's a nice bump on power. Maybe not everything that we wanted it to be, but I don't think it's gonna take too long for people to figure out how to either strap a supercharger or a turbocharger on the 2.4 liter and bump it up a couple 200-300 horsepower. But what do you think? Do you like the 2022 or do you not? Let us know below, and of course, let us know what you think about the numbers and the specs that they finally released to us, and whether you think it's gonna be a win or a lose. I think it's gonna be a win. I just think people need to stop looking at it like it's a Toyota Supra, and they need to start looking at it like it's a Mazda Miata, because it is, except it's not a soft top, and it's a little bit bigger, and a little bit healthier, a little bit heavier, but it's also gonna be more fun. Okay, bye, Max.
Bye.